Hello, hello, guys. How are you doing today? Yes, this is Kim Douglas coming to you guys from Prosperous Property Investments. Just coming to share a couple prosperity points with you to help you out a little bit in your life, help you out a little bit in your business. Yes, yes, yes. Right now, when I'm recording this, it is Friday, but whatever day you're watching this now or in the future, I hope that you're having a great day, right? So today we're going to talk about showing up. Just show up. So that's what we are going to talk about today. As you're coming in, go ahead and drop me a line. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know how your day is great today, what made it great today. And we will get this thing started really, really quickly. Okay? So I'm going to share this in a group or two. How was my day? Great. My day was great. One thing was great. I got up early, went for my run. Yeah, I took a break from that for a little while when it got winter, when it got icy. I mean, for a little while I was out there, out there running in the snow, trying not to fall. But then I was like, maybe it's not such a good idea. So I kind of took a break, and now I'm back at it. Yes. Oh, I got my little alerts going on right here, little pop-ups. I'm sorry. But yes, I am Washington State, but yeah. You gotta find some kind of happiness wherever you are. So I'm going to share this really quickly in a group, and then we will get this thing started in just a couple minutes. So let me know a little bit. What do you guys feel about that? Up. What does that mean to you guys? What does it mean to show up? Out today, as soon as I had to make sure this Wi-Fi is working correctly. But yeah, so we're talking about showing up today and the importance of that, and that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, what does that mean to you to show up? To show up, who are you showing up for? What are you showing up to do? These are some questions that you got to answer, right? You got to get the answer to, right? So I'm sharing this really, really quickly, and then we are getting started right now. Okie doke. So show up. So today I had a pretty cool conversation, pretty cool conversation with, yep, you're showing up. Good job. Yes, great to see you guys on here too. So I had a pretty great conversation with, one of my new Facebook friends. That's the thing about, going live. You get to reach so many people that you probably would just never meet in regular circumstances or just in passing, and it's just kind of cool to be able to know people all across the world and, just to say, hey, how you doing? It's pretty cool that we can connect with each other this way. So he just kind of reached out to me and he said, hey, I just want to say basically thanks. I'm getting value out of what you're saying. And I was just like, you know what? Thank you. I really had to be humbled in that because I was just like, thank you for saying that, because sometimes I said, I'll just be honest, I just don't feel like it. Sometimes you just are having one of those days or whatnot. You just don't really feel like doing what is necessary, but you still got to find that inner strength to do what is necessary so you can move forward in life, right? So I was just saying, yeah, sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes I'm just tired, and sometimes I'm just critical of myself about what I have to say or whatnot. And I was just like, well, but I try to go out there and do my best and show up. You got to try to show up even when you don't feel like it, because those are the times when you choose to be a champion or you choose to be a quitter. Yes, thank you. I'm scared sometimes, really. I'm we all have doubts about ourselves and or whatnot, but you still have to show up. They say showing up is, 90% of the battle. If you don't ever show up, you 100% lost the battle. Okay, you can only have a shot if you actually show up, right? So I was just really touched by that. I just want to say shout out to James. Thanks for telling me that earlier. It kind of motivated me, like we all need from time to time, just a little bit of motivation. And this actually reminded me of a video I saw on YouTube. The video was called, let me go to the title of it. It was called A Powerful, Inspirational, True Story, Never Give Up. So this video was about an Olympic champion, right? So if you go to the Olympics, you got to train. You got to train every day, rain or shine. It's no joke. Like, that is your job. Like, you're training. And this guy, he was a runner. I can't remember his name. But he was a runner, and he was a sprinter. So he starts the race, and this is kind of like an analogy for life. And I'll just go through the story and tell you guys how it relates. So he starts the race. He's going full speed ahead. When you hear that gun, I used to run track when I was in high school. So yeah, when they say it's time to go, you got to go full speed ahead, right? So he's going full speed ahead. And, shortly after he started the race, he collapsed to the ground. Like, he literally grabbed his leg and collapsed to the ground. Now, if you've done any sports, what happened was when he was running, he tore his hamstring. Now, if you played sports, any kind of sport, football, basketball, track, you cannot barely stand if you tear your hamstring. Like, you're not standing on that leg. He's an Olympic champion. Like I said, they train hardcore. This is what they live for. This is their passion, their dream, their goal. Like, oh my God, I get the chance to compete for my country. What an honor, and he falls to the ground and gets hurt, so he's already internalizing that hurt feelings, that fear, like that failure, like this is not how this was supposed to end, right? So he's like, you know what? This is not how I wanted it to end, but I'm still going to finish this. So he got up, struggling to get up off the ground, right? And starts to limp. Now, mind you, it looked like he was doing the 400 relay, 400 sprinting, right? So he was going all the way around the track sprinting. So he had a long way to go. 400 yards is a long way to go. That's 4 football fields. That's a long way to go, right? So he had a long way around the track to go, or yeah. So, so he was feeling discouraged. He was, like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? But you know what? He knew that he was in pain. He knew he was hurting, and he still just got up and started limping. And then next thing you know, out of the corner of the eye, people start seeing this guy running from the side from the side, like basically from the audience area, sprinting onto the track, sprinting on. He's like pushing his way through security. He's making his way to the track. And then some guy gets in front of him, like, what are you doing? He's like, get out the way. That's my son. That's my son. And his dad, was helping him on his team as his coach, helping him out, right? So his dad, he breaks through security, literally, in the Olympics. And he is on the track right now with his son. And he's talking to him, and he's saying, son, you know what? You showed up. You don't have to do this. You don't have to, because he sees his son trying to finish the race. He's like, you don't have to do this. He's like, basically he's like, I'm so proud of you is probably what he's saying, for even showing up here, for even making it here. But he's like, Dad, I have to finish this. So then his dad was like, we're going to finish it together. So his dad helped him to finish the race, like literally to go all the way around the track and complete, the whole entire race. Like, so people are starting to see, what's going on and what's happening. And his dad is kind of supporting him and holding him up. Like I said, if you have a torn hamstring, you're not standing on that leg. Okay. It's extreme amount of pain, right? So he's still going the distance. He's still pushing, even though he's in pain, and his dad is, like I said, holding him up, assisting him a little bit. But his dad stops right before he gets to the finish line, and he lets him go. He lets him go so that he can finish the race on his own, right? So that was just an amazing story about showing up. Like, when you show up, are things always going to go your way? No, they're not always going to go your way. And then what do? Like I said, in that moment, you get to choose, am I going to be a champion or am I going to quit on myself? And like I said, that's the worst thing to do, is to quit on yourself. Like, that's the biggest goal, is if you quit on yourself, then you quit on everything that you were supposed to do for other people. So it's not even only about you. When you quit on yourself, you quit on the mission that you were here to accomplish. Maybe you were supposed to reach out to a person, but if you quit, that person will never have that experience that they're supposed to happen with you. So it's bigger than even you, right? So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is that you gotta just realize that it's not going to be perfect. You got to do whatever you got to do to just keep going when you face adversity. You just got to, like I said, when you're tired, when you're sick, when you don't feel like it, when you're injured, when things are crashing down in front of you and it's looking really bad, you just got to, like Les Brown says, if you can look up, then you get up and you keep going, because you know that at the end, did he win that race? This is what happened at the end when he actually crossed the finish line. There was 65,000 people on their feet cheering him on the whole time. When they saw that he was not going to give up, he was not going to quit, they were cheering him on, encouraging him along the way. So, I would count that as a victory. You get a standing ovation in the Olympics from 65,000 people. That's an amazing feat in itself. So like I said, I still count that one as a win, because he could have said, hey, call the gurney, call the stretcher, and come get me off the track, But he didn't. He finished what he set out to do, and he showed up, and he didn't quit. So that's what I got for you guys today. Just a little bit of pump up, a little bit of motivation. Show up so you can show out. Just show up. That's 90% of the battle, is actually saying, yes, I'm going to do this no matter what happens. Agree. Make a decision with yourself. Yes, I'm going to do this no matter what happens. Is it going to be perfect? No, it's not supposed to be. Practice makes progress. You're going to get better. You're going to get better the more you keep showing up. So that's what I want you to encourage you to do today and for the rest of your life. Show up. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for coming, for liking, commenting, and sharing. And I just want to tell you guys to have a prosperous day and or night on purpose. Don't forget to show up. Take care. Bye.